made a breakthrough in my life, and I have to share it. You need breaks. You need breaks as a parent. Anyone needs a break, whether you're the primary parent, like stay-at-home parent, whether you're both working, everybody needs a break, no matter what your role is. And anytime it was time for my husband to do one of his things, he's a fisher, he likes, oh, good dog. Anyways, it was just always this struggle when my husband was gone. Like anytime that he would go, even just for a day trip on Saturday, I'd be like, you need to be home at this time. He wasn't home, then I would freak out, and it was just not a good thing for us. And that's like literally been the case, I feel like, since we had our first. And maybe not with our first, but definitely with 2 kids, it's been a struggle. And it was because I've been like trying to be the cool wife, and like, oh, you go, I got it, I'm good, you go, take your time, whatever, because I want, that's what I want to do. I want to give that to my husband just like he gives it to me. But in that, like, judging myself for needing support, needing help, particularly when he goes on Saturdays, like, I've now just realized, like, Saturday is my day that I need my time to, like, either be creative and, like, even just doing video editing or, like, something, just, like, nourish my soul. I need that on Saturdays. And instead of fighting myself and judging myself and being like, God, you suck, you are a shitty mom because you can't just figure this out, and I would even compare myself to my husband, like, well, he doesn't need help, so why do I need help? And we have completely different roles. I am the primary parent at this time. All right, I'm gonna pick up right where we left off in that last video. That was a year ago. It's now February 11th, 2024. The last video was like January 2023. And so I go look at the video and I'm like, wow, I'm learning this on such a new level now. I'm like talking about how when my husband was out of town, I like have this struggle, and he's not like going out of town on like work trips. He's going for like leisure for himself, which he needs. Like I talk about, like, spend time with yourself and like do the things that make you happy. That's like something that makes him happy. I know that recently I've been like, wow, I didn't yell at all. Like I really like controlled my reactions and didn't express my anger or my like rage or my frustration in a way that I didn't want to. On my mom's side is like all yellers. It goes back like deep in our DNA, which is not an excuse, but hello, cycle breakers, where you at? I'm like really trying to break that cycle. And it's funny, like just looking at the work I'm doing, like inner work, it's really cool to be at a point. Like I thought that I was like, God damn, this is growth. And I was just like aware of my reactions, but I still didn't have the time between a stimulus and my reaction, like stimulus reaction. And now I've like really widened that time, which is something I've been intentionally doing for literal years since I became a mom, basically, which was 6 years ago. Look at that. I have my youngest son's first curls in my bathroom drawer. Anywho, all this to say, don't stop doing the work. I know it feels sometimes like we are working on ourselves and like nothing's changing. I don't know what other people do their work for, but like I want to feel my best. And when it's like, God damn, I keep having this thing happen and I'm so frustrated, like it is just so possible for there to be growth. You really just like have to keep doing it until you see that payoff. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna take time, especially if these are like deep rooted things within your family, or just like if they're deep, it's gonna take a minute. Dang it, that light made it all grainy now. But yeah, sometimes it just feels like the work like isn't working and we're going and going and going and going, and like we're just not seeing any results. And so it's like, what's the point of even like working on myself if like I'm just gonna be the same? You do change though, you really do. And I have probably 30 journals. I've been journaling like deep since 2012. I used to like write songs when I was younger, but since 2012 I probably have like 30 journals. And I've been just journaling. I'm a big like planner girl, and so I've been doing those for years. And I recently just made my own like self a planner for 2024. And when I shared it on social media, people were like, can I have the link? And I was like, I'll figure it out because I just made this for me. I didn't think anyone else. There's like kitchen inventory and then like, what are my fixed expenses? And then like, what's like the savings goal? I don't know. It's just a lot of different things. It's like checking with your mood and your cycle and your like dosing schedule if you use cannabis or microdose. And then I like to track like weekly spends. I track priorities and a brain dump and a monthly calendar. And I realized this planner is the culmination of years of just getting systems organized. And I feel like now in 2024, it's like a bomb ass system with beautiful design that I designed. I do enjoy like graphic design. I enjoy art. Like, I just enjoy creating beautiful things, and it really is a beautiful thing to have. And I'll like link that. But I think because of my adeptness in journaling, like, it is cool. I love keeping my journals. It's really hard for me to part with them because I do like to go back and like see the growth. And recently I was talking to a friend and we were like, ugh, I just need to burn these old journals. Like, I'm so annoyed of like going through the same pattern like over and over and over again. But it's really not going through the same pattern over and over again. It might be the same pattern from a different perspective every day. It's not like conquering the same problem with the same attitude. It's like these, have you heard, I don't know where it's from, but the people that say like a 1%, feel 1% better, 1% better, like every day, go like 1% towards your goals. Planners and journals and like things like that are just places where I've always kept track of these things. So it's cool. It's cool just in my own life to see like where these things, because I do record videos. And so, but yeah, keep doing the work. It's gonna pay off, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it feels like, oh, I thought I was past this trigger, like this thing. Like, you're just dealing with it at a new level from a new perspective. So like, be gentle with yourself, be kind, like speak to yourself how you would speak to like a niece or like, I don't know, your best friend, like someone you're like kind and compassionate to, your sister, your brother. Hello and welcome to April 2025. It's crazy that these are the last two videos you watched are two videos I haven't ever even posted, but I like the idea of doing 3 years in a row. What I've learned in my own anger healing rage practice, I guess, of controlling my rage, especially when how it pertains to my family and my husband. And one of the big things that I've been practicing lately is just saying no. I know I used the example of fishing in the previous video. So with fishing and, you know, giving my husband the time that he needs, if I can't do it that day, I just say no. Because otherwise I want to be kind and I want to overextend myself to make sure that he's in a good place. But then in doing that, I'm actually building resentments within myself. And that's actually more unhealthy for my marriage than just saying no. And hey, can we find a situation? We're also in couples therapy now. So our therapist really drives this notion home of like win-win instead of win-lose. We really want to both make agreements that feel good to both of us. I'm trying to think of an example. Oh, it was he wanted to stay and fish later and I was off work that day and I was like, okay, I'd really like to work on a YouTube video, but you go ahead and do that, and can you please take our oldest to school in the morning? And that was our compromise, because that felt good to me too. I was like, I'm not gonna have you come home later and then I'm staying up late finishing this YouTube video and then having to wake up super early when I already work late and then I have to wake up early. You know, I'm not doing that on my off day too. So that was something that didn't feel good if we didn't make that mutual agreement. So in your own relationship, where can you make these agreements that make it to where it's a win-win for both of you? And really try to just move forward with that. That's like the biggest thing I've learned from couples therapy. And I just want to share another huge, not hack, but lesson that we've learned to implement in our marriage is all the different types of connection. So you have emotional connection, which like emotionally intimate connection is there, but then intimate like physical connection. There's also like logistics and planning kind of connection. There's another one that I can't think of right now, but we realized that all of the connection that we were having was logistics. We weren't really emotionally connecting, and we would like physically connect and have sex, but we were really missing that emotional connection. And that was really driving a wedge in our relation between each other and our relationship. So we really, our kind of homework assignment in therapy is to spend 15 minutes of connection time 3 to 4 times a week. And we really do see such an improvement in that, especially for my husband. He really needs that like physical intimacy, and I really need that emotional intimacy. So that way, like, I'm getting my cup filled more, and then it actually feeds into the physical connection aspect, because I don't want to physically connect if we haven't emotionally connected. I'm not in that space where I feel like I even want to initiate sex until I feel emotionally connected to him. And I think a lot of people are like that. So I hope this resonated with you. I hope that it was cool for you to see this transition of me really healing my rage over the last 2 years. And I recently have learned that I have 5 or more of the symptoms of PMDD. And I'm noticing that, like, oh, this is a huge thing for me. So I think that a lot of my rage like sparks from in those PMDD moments, which is like from after you ovulate in your period till the moment your next period starts, like 2 weeks. I'm really have a short fuse. And so these are really good ways that I've like overcome, not even overcome because I still struggle with this, but I like the progress that I've made and the practices that I have implemented and just the growth that I've had from this awareness in my perspective to, heal the anger and also not be in so much shame about it. Because when you understand it and you understand like what the anger is speaking for, like there's all of these parts of you and like what part of you is like expressing this anger, because what part of you is needing a need met and what is that need. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Rachel of Rainboww Rach, and I'm on a mission to spread ripple effects of healing. I love posting my YouTube, and I love sharing the lessons that I'm learning in my own healing practice. I love keeping it real and letting you guys know I'm not perfect. I share a lot of things and personal stories on my Instagram, so definitely follow me there if you like my content. I also have my Rainboww deck, which is an oracle deck that I made in 2021, and I just launched the 2nd edition of it. It's available at rainbowrach.com, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's amazing, and I just am getting so much good feedback from it. It's one of my projects I'm most proud of. And you can also check out my courses. I have one called Heal Your Shit. It's actually not open at the moment, but it will be opening soon. I have Bloom From Your Womb, which is my course for pregnant people to work through fears in pregnancy and around childbirth so that you can manifest the birth and postpartum of your dreams. Remember to see the light and be the light. Thanks again for watching.